Let me tell you something now. You listen to me, and you listen to me closely. I don't give a shit about what happened to you. Now I want you to get yourself together and get back out there and get me my money. Now I don't care how long it takes you. You get out there and get it. Now get.
Peak game, brothers. I was on this app called Tag, right? And I got a message from this chick, right? And me and this chick was chopping it up. And this chick was asking me all these questions, man, like back to back to back to back to back, right? So finally she gave me her number. And she asked me to text her, so I texted her. And she asked me to send her a picture of my face, right? Which I did. And she ended up sending me a picture of her. Now she sent me 2 pictures. Now the first picture, I ain't gonna lie, shorty was bad. Like bad as hell, good looking, everything, right? But then the second picture she sent me, I kid you not, man, you look at the jawbone, you look at the cheekbone, and you couldn't really tell from the Adam's apple because it was tatted up. But I swear to you, that jawbone and that cheekbone, it looked like a man. And so I had to ask her, I'm like, is this picture you? She was like, yeah. I'm like, you're all woman, right? And I guess that triggered her, and she got offended by that because she responded by saying,
yes, I'm all woman.
But then the next text, she was like,
you can block my number, turn off.
I'm like, because I asked the honest question. And she was like,
I don't need to hear that shit. Fuck you. Block and delete my number.
I ain't hesitate. I blocked and deleted her number and showed no emotion. Didn't get mad, didn't get upset, just kept it moving. And that's the basis of this video, brothers. No emotional attachment. We ain't getting upset, we ain't getting in our feelings. We ain't feeling mad. Mad for what? Because she was triggered by me asking an honest question. I would never allow a woman to get me out of my element simply because she's in her fifis. You know, if you cannot take me asking an honest and thorough question, you don't deserve to be in my personal attachment. Fellas, stop getting into these emotional outbursts with these females. A lot of these females, they don't know how to handle themselves accordingly around alpha kings. Really around responsible and intelligent men. These women don't know how to conduct themselves properly. A lot of them don't. So they'll start coming with ad hominems, you know, the typical sign language, shame, insults, guilt, the need to be right, all that goofy shit, right? But you maintain your masculine presence by not even getting into a tit for tat with them. When they start acting out of their body, when they start responding to you with an emotional disposition, cut them off. Cut them off, delete them, and keep it moving. And don't think twice about them ever again.
I'ma do what the fuck I wanna do.
What? What you gonna do?
I said I'm tired of waiting for your ass. I hate you. I'ma have me a man, boo. A man who wants to be with me and my baby and have a family. A real man, Jody. Not some little boy who still wanna live at home with his mama.
Fuck you. Kiss my ass. Go on out in these streets and be a little trick if you want to.
If I go on my phone right now and look up all of the block messages I have, I guarantee you it's females in there that's probably either cursing me out or they probably hit me up talking about,
hey babe, how you been?
And I ain't hit them up in about 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. We don't do emotional outbursts and have sentimental feelings for delusional women over here. We ain't got time to deal with nobody that can't handle the truth. We do not possess the tolerance nor the patience to want to go back and forth with somebody simply because somebody asked them an honest question or somebody probably called them out on their foolishness. You brothers have to keep in mind, the reason why a lot of these women are toxic, because y'all be going back and forth with them. Y'all like to scream and shout and have arguments. Man, I don't like screaming at people. I get bad headaches when I do that. And as I'm getting older, I do not want to waste an ounce of my breath going back and forth with somebody that's not even warranted. So we men gotta ask ourselves, what's the solution when you're dealing with an emotionally deranged woman? It's simple. Cut her ass off. Stop being afraid of cutting women off, bro. That don't mean you no good. There's a plethora of women that you can choose from, and one person that you delete out of your life ain't gonna make no difference. If anything, you saved yourself from an obvious red flag, but you saved yourself from a lot of heartache. We shouldn't be dealing with toxic women anyway, bro. I mean, think about it. If you can get that triggered because I asked the question, because the picture you sent me was very questionable at best, then who's to say you gonna get triggered if I say something that you disagree with in regards to how deep and depth our conversation gets? In layman's terms, let's say we chopping it up, right? We vibing, but you saying something I just don't agree with it. Cause one thing about me, I ain't gonna never automatically agree with what a woman say or do. I just don't. I'm a man that speaks his mind. If the shit don't make sense to me, I'm not going along with it. So if I don't go along with it or I disagree with it, now you getting all of your fifis and you want to spaz out. Save that shit for the birds. Say that to them beta male simp manginas who would tolerate that, when in reality they should never even acquiesce to that emotionalism in the first place. No emotional attachment. A lot of these women don't know how to handle that, brothers. But having no emotional attachment, it greatly benefits you. And the reason why it greatly benefits you is because men are not supposed to have emotional ways of thinking that overrides logic. I'm gonna say it again. We ain't supposed to be thinking in an emotional manner. That has never been our strong point. Women are emotional by nature. We expect them to be like that. When men are emotional, men lose any sense of logic, rational sound thinking, and they don't execute or make wise judgments at all. Look at all these killings that's going on with guys, man, arguing over a broad. Man, I'm not trying to get in no shootout with no dude over no female. Bro, if you want her, you can have her. I easily walk away as if she meant nothing to me. That's your girl, and I didn't know, but I found out, I will walk away. You ain't gotta get angry or upset at me. If anything, you should be getting angry and upset at your woman because she out here disrespecting y'all relationship. She violating the confines of whatever y'all agreed to or what your relationship is gonna be.
I just told you, stop asking the same question, nigga. I said because I wanted to.
Alright, well then stop. Fuck, ain't nobody worried about your girl.
Before you drop, nigga. What you trying to do? Put the cigarette down, bro.
Y'all quote unquote in love and y'all have an understanding of what y'all expect out of y'all relationship. Why is she talking to other dudes in the first place? But that's neither here or there. Cause if I find out she with a dude, I don't want her. Even when I go on social media, man, you know, if I'm chopping up, like if I go on a female live, cause I snooze on there every once in a while. But if another dude chopping it up with you, I bounce. I ain't hating no homie. He can have her. If he trying to J down on her and he spitting his game and he trying to, you know, really he thirsty. But even with that, he still approaching her, right? He cold approaching, but he talking to her. Why would I interfere with that? I refuse to do it. I keep it moving. No emotional attachment. I mean, man, I done had females, man, hit me up talking about why
You ain't saying nothing on my live.
you chopping it up with another guy. Why would I interfere with that? Why are you coming at me is the better question. No emotional attachment. A lot of these women don't know how to conduct themselves, man. And when women don't know how to conduct themselves, you need to separate yourself from them and just run. Don't deal with them type of women. Don't even put up with it. 2022, brothers have to start making wiser decisions in their interactions with women. So for me, shorty got mad because I asked the honest question. All right, cool. Why would I get mad right back at you? Because you and your feelings. Because you, quote unquote, thinking you want to spaz out on me. I would never give you the time of day in regards to you want to run your mouth at me. Man, I would cut you off with the quickness. No emotional attachment. And I would never think of you ever again. When you have that type of mindset to where no negative actions or behaviors from anybody, but in this case, we talking about women. So the way she responds when you say something that she don't agree or like, if she has a negative connotation or attitude about it, and you simply have that I don't give a fuck type of attitude, that only goes to show that not only is she in her feelings, but she really feels dejected because you're not responding in kind from an emotional standpoint. You acknowledge the situation for what it is, you keep it moving. And that is what we as men have to do more of. This ain't no hating or bashing, none of that. We don't hate women over here. We just don't tolerate their foolishness. So for shorty to hit me up and then get mad because I asked a question, because that picture was indeed suspect, that means you wasn't honest and true about who you really were all along. Otherwise, if I asked the question and I asked kindly, why would you get offended by it? I know why you got offended. You got offended because I called out the BS and you couldn't handle the truth because you don't live in it. But over here, we stand for truth and we live in truth. We live with truth, peace, and righteousness. And when we see anything that is trying to alter that truth, peace, and righteousness, then we separate ourselves from it because you ain't destroying nothing over here. That's why there's no emotional attachment involved dealing with women who come at us on some toxic level. We don't want nothing to do with you. If you want to have that negative energy, stay over there where you were prior to you interacting with me. It's a red pill commentary. You brothers remain steadfast, and how you respond to these dim-witted females who don't mean you no good. Just because she look good doesn't mean she is good. And once you find out that she ain't good, don't get mad, don't get upset. Give her the Matumbo swap, keep it moving, and still progress and live your life. Peace and love. 100.
Kane, I'm pregnant.
What?
I'm pregnant.
What the fuck you telling me for?
What? What, so you just gonna dog me?
It ain't mine.
Look, you the only one I was with.
Stop lying, alright? Besides, I have the Jimmy on extra tight.
That don't mean nothing, Kane.
That means it's not mine.
Kane, so what? You man enough to take a life, you ain't man enough to take care of one?
Look, I ain't got time for this, alright? Peace.